to this. Make a clap to this. Make a clap to this. Make a clap to this.
What up, man? It's Thursday morning. I'm here in Shreveport. It's your boy Big Cell FHO ground pounder, club brother, husband, father, lover of this HD lifestyle, and all of that. I'm here in Shreveport. I broke down last Thursday, left Atlanta, coming to Shreveport last Thursday to hang with the Shreveport chapter of Second and None, to head out to the Houston chapter of Second and None anniversary, which was last weekend. And like I said, in the process of that, my bike broke down. We got it to the shop, and I continued the trip in a rental car. And it came on back or whatever. Shout out to Houston, Second and None anniversary. You guys did your thing. Shout out to Shreveport, who's been more than gracious to me. But today's topic is about ground pounding. Before I left, we started a discussion on FHO about who is a ground pounder and what makes a person a ground pounder. Me personally, I believe ground pounding is a three-part thing, or a three-part concept. Post, the trip, pre, trip, and post. Meaning that your bike has to be prepared to take the trip. Then your bike has to take the trip, and then once you come back, you have to go over it and prepare it to take the next trip, or just go over it to keep it in, to make sure that what was done on the trip everything is in order. Ground pounding is not just about riding a motorcycle, riding long distances. Hell, I don't care if you ride from here to Delaware or here to the end of the earth. It's more to it than that. It's not just about sitting in a seat and riding. We had this discussion about if you borrow somebody's bike to ride. Now, I'm going to tell you this. If you have a friend that will let you borrow their bike to ride from Atlanta to California and back, then that's a damn good friend. And I would consider those ground pounded miles, because the maintenance and all that stuff had to be done by you and or them, or whatever circumstances may be. But very rarely will you find somebody who will allow you to ground pound from those distances, and vice versa, California to Atlanta and back, or whatever. But if you do, then so be it. But ground pounding is a state of mind. It also takes money to ground pound. It takes time, effort. You have to, your family, they have to be on board for you to ground pound. Your job, if you have one, it has to be on board for you to ground pound. Your whole entire situation, because it's not just about riding a motorcycle. Again, like I said, preparation. From gear to clothing to shoes to everything involved. It's a lot into it, man. It's really a lot going on with the ground pounding thing, man. Like I said, a lot of people get it misconstrued with just simply riding a motorcycle. Now, local riding, around town here and there, you borrow somebody's bike, you do 400-500 miles, bring it back to them. That's fine and dandy if you borrow 10 or 11 people's bikes to get 4,000-5,000 miles accumulated. But does that make you a ground pounder? To me, no. You got to look at people like Smiley, kinfolk, who spend money on a weekly, on a daily, on a monthly to take these journeys. Not even the money just for gas. That's the easy part. We're saying the money on preparing the bike, the money on when they get to this destination, they got to get an oil change and have the bike checking out, so send it to the shop to get it done. The time and energy away from their family, rearranging their schedules, rearranging, the job schedules, making sure the wife or somebody's able to feed the dogs. And it's a lot of stuff involved, man. One thing I want to say this, man, is much love to Second and None, especially my man Swift from Second and None, a youngster, man, who got his head on straight, got it going on out here, man, just as a man. Because this trip would have been unbearable for me if I had to have to pay for a hotel room for the week I've been gone, feed myself basically for the week I've been gone. It would have been totally unbearable. Paying $800-something for parts, and then paying $400-something for labor. That's $1,200 that I did not expect to spend on this trip, all in the name of ground pounding and representing for my club. Now, a lot of people say, well, hell, if you was repping for your club, shouldn't the club pay for it? No, they shouldn't. Ground pounding is a choice that we make as individuals. Yes, we do it. I mean, I do it for my club. I do it for the love of me. I love the open road. I love to ride my motorcycle. But yes, I love having my club on my back with me as I travel. But are they responsible? No, it's my duty and my job um, to keep my bike in working order, functioning, and everything so that I can make these trips and do these trips. And that's what I'm telling you. This ground pounder thing is more, it's a financial obligation, it's a mental obligation, and it's a lot of stuff involved in it. It's not just about seat time. It's not just about, being able to ride long distances. It's way more to it than that, man. It's a lifestyle that you have to live, and you damn sure have to love it. Like my man Smiley told me in one of the past interviews y'all saw, it's not for everybody. I used to think ground pounding was for everybody, that everybody should want to ground pound, everybody should want to do it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But it's not. Again, this is just my personal opinion, my evaluation. We open for discussion as always. Y'all know Big Sale, man. We're going to talk about it, keep it real, keep it 100. But from one ground pounder to a possible ground pounder or up-and-coming ground pounders, be prepared to be alone. Be prepared to break down. Be prepared to be in the shop. Be prepared to do all of that. And be prepared to handle all of that on your own. It's nobody else's responsibility. It's nobody else's obligation. And it's crazy. If you do have a club that, they say, hey, well, we're going to send you on this trip and we got you, then you are in a blessed situation. But ground pounding, that's what I am. That's what I love to do. Hopefully Beautiful will be done today or tomorrow, and I can continue my journey. Pound for Pound's anniversary is this weekend. I would love to be a part of that. A lot of people always say, you've been gone for a week, why don't you just go home? That's on the way home, per se. But anyways, this ground pounding what I love. It's your boy Big Cell, FHOHNIC, Lil Smiley, Lil Debo, King Eminem, of course, much respected. Much love to my club brothers, Kings of the South. Much love to Second to None, Shreveport chapter, especially my man Swift. President Cruz, I thank you for your hospitality. The whole chapter, I thank you for your hospitality. Houston, love you guys. Dallas, love you guys. And I'll be back and forth as long as God give me breath. This ain't gonna stop. But I love you guys. It's your boy again, Big Cell FHOHNIC, ground pounder. I'm gone. All right, what's going on, man? It's Friday morning. I'm here in Shreveport. I'm getting ready to head out. It's your boy Big Cell, FHOHNIC, Lil Debo, Lil Smiley, King Eminem. All right, this is part 2 to my yesterday's definition of a ground pounder. Yesterday, I spoke on the 3 phases, the pre, the post, and the pre, the trip, and the post, PTP. Okay, and again, this is no official documented, thing. This is just my personal, how I feel about ground pounding. First off, the advantages of ground pounding. The advantages of ground pounding give you the ability to go anywhere and recognize and realize and obtain and be a part of, to embrace, to capture the love of what this whole thing was about, this MC shit was about. When you're a ground pounder, you're able to go out of state and people will put you up. People will allow you to stay with them. People will feed you. People will, if you drink, I don't drink, but if you drink, people will they will let you drink. When you're a true ground pounder, when you have established yourself as an individual, even though you're part of a club, then the love that you get is unending. I mean, because again, true enough, I am part of a club, but true enough, I have established myself as my own individual for ground pounding. So I guess those are kind of the spoils of my rewards, is that I get to go anywhere, and I'm recognized for that, and people respect me for that. and they put me up, and they do this and do that. Okay. Again, yesterday we spoke on being a ground pounder is not just seat time, but it's the whole entire mind state. It's the physical aspect of it, the mental aspect of it. It's the cash that has to be spent aspect of it, because it costs. You got to buy the clothing to prepare to take the trip, prep, get the bike done, tires and, maintenance, oil changes. Then, depending on how far your trip is. And then once you come back home, you have to do all those things again so that you can still continue to ride your bike. The debate about how many miles it takes to become a ground pounder, or, just because, it's shorter trips versus longer trips, that's something probably we can argue from here until whenever. That's not what I'm pushing the line on. I'm pushing the line on respecting for all of you cats who are not ground pounders, who confess that I'll never ride my bike like that. I'll never ride to the West Coast, or you crazy as hell, blah 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 blah. This is for you to have an understanding of why we feel like we're special. Because I know I feel like I'm special. I know I should be considered different from everybody. I think I should be considered and highly regarded as one of the baddest club members that any club could have. I know my club should appreciate having me, and they should be honored to have a person that will do what they won't do, what most won't do. Some people tell me, some people don't. It is what it is. But regardless, I continue to do what I do, as well as some of the other ground pounders I mentioned, Kinfolk, Smiley. It's a few, my boy OGT Cone, and even a lot of the cats from the West Coast now are starting to get this way. You're going to be surprised this summer at some of the brothers who's contacted me and said that they're going to take these long trips. I've inspired them to take them. Smiley has inspired people to take these trips and to get on these motorcycles and ride them. And again, however your club is set up, whatever the purpose of your club is, or whatever it is, this is not a disrespect or a diss to any other club, or to the rule or the definition of what is or what really isn't. This is just, again, what I'm saying and how I feel. Okay, so with all that being said, there's one phrase I want to leave you with. One of my club brothers told me the other day when I called, he told me, it's better to be stranded somewhere than to be stranded nowhere. Yeah, he said that, and it wasn't in a vicious way. It was actually in a encouraging way. Another thing I told you guys yesterday was, we spoke on, if you are a ground pounder, if you're an ambassador per se for your club, should the club pay for your breakdown and to get you home and all this and all that? No, they shouldn't. It's not the club's responsibility. Well, today, after God intervening and me putting my mind to it, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to leave y'all with this. It is not the club's responsibility to get me back home and get my motorcycle fixed so that I can get back home. But it is my brother's responsibility to get my motorcycle fixed and to get me back home. A lot of y'all won't understand what I just said, so I'm going to say it again slowly. It is not the club's responsibility to fix my motorcycle and get me back home. It is my brother's responsibility to fix my motorcycle and get me back home. Yeah, marinate on that one for a little while. All right, again, it's part 2. It's your boy Big Sale, headed to Memphis. It's supposed to be raining and some other stuff, but we still going to go represent for pound. We're not going to let the weather take that from us. It just is what it is, man. Hey, here we go right here, Eric. Oh, okay. It's your boy Big Sale, FHO, HNIC, Lil Smiley, Lil Debo, King Eminem, and some more stuff. Signing off. Enjoy your day. I'll let you later. All right, man, what it do? It's Monday morning, June 2nd. It's your boy Big Sale, FHO, HNIC. I'm back in the office, back in the ATL. I gave a part 1, part 2 series on ground pounding and the difference it is or it isn't, and what I classify as ground pounding and what it all is considered. You saw some of the feedback. I think Ken Folk gave a real good explanation and some other stuff, and he mentioned a couple other brothers that I know, and I got to add a few too. But this final one right here is going to be about my lesson learned. Being broke down and stranded as a ground pounder, I learned a lot. This past week was a very lesson-filled week. It was a week away from everybody, from family, and just really having to depend on other people that say, oh, we got you, don't worry about it, we got you. And we all know how people always say that, and they do things for you, but then they are so quick to bring it up or talk about it, you know what I'm saying, or to put themselves in the limelight in spite of because of your downfall or your misery or whatever. But I can honestly say, man, that this trip, again, I learned a lot. Okay, the first thing I want to do is give all of these people credit for being there for me. Okay. You already know I mentioned earlier that ground pounder is a 3-part. It's the prep, the trip, and the post. And then I also spoke on the fact that if you're in a motorcycle club and you're the ground pounder or whatever in that particular club, that it's not your club's responsibility to, if you break down, to get your bike fixed and to get you home. Okay, this third part, I'm going to add a little something more that I want you to take from it as a keynote. Okay. Ground pounding, like I said, is a choice that we all make. And I'm noticing that there is no such thing as a club that ground pounds. There is not that. Even if your club got 7 members, only 2 of them will ride beyond the normal riding or go the extra mile, as they say. If your club is 100, then you may have 5, maybe 10 that will go the extra mile. I don't care what kind of mandatories you put on it, what kind of awards you put on it, what kind of incentives you put on it. Hell, and I don't even think if you even paid for the whole trip, it wouldn't matter. To, from, gas, room, board, all they had to do is ride their motorcycle. I don't even think that would matter. So when a lot of people say it's the money issue, it's not the money. A lot of people say, they come up with all these kind of excuses about why they can't ground pound or, I would, but this and that. Just face it, it's not in you. You're not a ground pounder. You're just not the one. Because again, it's definitely something that each individual has to want to do, and each individual, it has to be in you. It's not for everybody. Like my boy, I'm taking a quote from my boy Smiley, Kings of Cali. It's not for everybody. And also his other quote is, if I have to explain, you wouldn't understand. So I'm saying that to say this. This week I learned that the ground pounding that I do it because it's from my heart. I love to be on the open road. I love to be out there, and I love to represent. I love to go show love to the people that show love to me, from the West Coast to the East Coast to up north, downs, whatever. It don't matter. Anybody that know that if Sale can get there, he there. Nobody fans or buts about it. Okay, and I've accepted that. It took me this week away from everybody to accept the fact. Okay, that, hey, that's what you do. You ground pound. Okay. Do I feel like I'm different from everybody else? Hell yeah. Do I feel like I should be rewarded for my efforts, at least acknowledged or put in a separate category? Hell yeah. I mean, because I do more than what most of you cats do. Hell, I do that going in and out of my garage. I get more miles going in and out of my garage than most of you cats get riding your motorcycle. And that's no disrespect. That's just me being me. So this week away, I learned so much, man. But let me get these thank yous real quick. Because without these people, I would not be here back in the office today. I would not be. And my trip would have been so much more miserable. Okay? So in no particular order, I'm going to try to put it how it is. And these thank yous and these shout outs and this show of love It's for the people who know what they did. I don't have to say what you did. I don't have to, acknowledge that. I'm just going to say what you did. Okay. My thank yous go to Swift. Damn good brother, man. And we have a bond that will never be broken. Second to none. Second to none, Shreveport. Man, the hospitality was more than amazing. To the President Cruz, you got a good organization, man. Grow it, love it, embrace it, and let's keep this thing together. My boy, King J Money from Kings of the South Atlanta. It was much to my surprise. I love you, my brother. My brother, King Joker from Kings of the South Atlanta. You already know me and you on a different level. King Gadget, brand new brother up and coming for the Kings. King KP, another brand new brother up and coming for the Kings. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And last but not least for the Kings, it would be my brother King J Mills. Me and him is on a whole nother level. He's a straight idiot. But I want to thank you too. My man Big Crow, second to none Houston. Second to none Dallas. Second to none Dallas. Big Crow, I love you, baby. You already know that. You already know. You and the missus, hey. Second to none Dallas, I love y'all. Nudie, president out there doing his thing. My boy Donnie Clark. I got too many, I start tripping. Again, thank y'all for the beautiful weekend, man. I didn't get to stay and participate in everything, but I know it was off the chain. I know y'all have me back, and I know it's no issues, no problems. Love y'all. And another brother, man, my brother, Good Game from Born Losers Atlanta. Man, I love you, and I thank you. Trust me, man, you guys have definitely given me the definition of what this ground pounding thing mean and what this brotherhood things mean, because you guys are not my brothers, but you stepped up way more far and beyond than what I thought some people should have done, okay? And last but never least, my brothers, one of the coldest clubs in existence. You guys definitely will hear about them and know about them, and they will make history as far as this motorcycle set thing is concerned, as far as the motorcycle world community is concerned, pound for pound. My President Bigfoot, the President Bigfoot, Vice President Grady, everybody over there, my boy Blueprint, Hubba Bubba Chew, all of them, man. It's all of them. Everybody know. I definitely want to give a thank you for you guys. A hell of a weekend. Your hospitality was off the chain. For everybody that missed that anniversary, I bet you won't miss next year, no matter what the weatherman say. You will be there. And that just is what it is. And last but not least, my family, of course, is always there for me. Never have anything to worry about with them, and that's my immediate family, my dad, my mom, my wife, everybody. It just is what it is, man. Okay, last but not least, ground pounding. I'm going to say this again. It is not your club's responsibility. If you're on the road representing the club, you got your colors on, you're going to an anniversary and or another motorcycle club's event, 3,000 miles away, 300 miles away, whatever it is not your club's responsibility to, if you break down, get your bike fixed, keep you rolling, get you back home. It's not. So get that out your head just because you're part of a club. Oh, well, I was representing for the club. I went to go do this for the club. Nobody else would do it. I had to do it. Yeah, say that. But it is your brother's responsibilities. It is if you call yourself, if you say, I am my brother's keeper, then how dare you say that, whether we're in the same club and or not, but a brother is stranded and you didn't come to the rescue. So I'm going to say that again, because it's kind of like an oxymoron. If you're in a motorcycle club and these are your brothers, then how does the club not be responsible to get you home? But they're not. But your brothers are. Try to understand that and try to learn that. Again, for those of us that do ground pound, and we really need to be happy that we're part of an elite group. We really do need to be happy about that. For those of us that do ground pound, I'll see you out there on the roads. I'll see you on the highway. We already know. And for those of you that don't worry about it. It's just not in you. Let the professionals do what they do. You keep playing motorcycle. You keep acting motorcycle. And you let the ones that live, that love, that breathe, and sleep motorcycle do what they do. Recognize them, respect them, give them the love they deserve, and maybe ask questions if you're interested. But my final ode to ground pounding is this. If you are putting your belief into anybody, your club or your club brothers, or if you really want to know if they got your back or don't got your back or what kind of club you believe in, get somewhere and break down and need some help. Make the phone call. Like the commercial said, you ain't riding your motorcycle, you're sitting on the couch, you ain't doing nothing, make the call. And you will understand, and then you will finally know what brotherhood, what ground pounding, what club, what your MC club is made of. You will know. Again, it's no disrespect to nobody, no clubs, not even mine. But if you truly want to know or feel the effects of ground pounding, spend the money, get out there on the road, and if you want to know how strong your club is, your brotherhood is, your loyalty amongst brothers and each other, if you really want to know if you're a true ground pounder, get out somewhere away from home and break down. Make that phone call, those phone calls, and see who come and get you. Those are your brothers. Ground pounders have brothers. They have people who do show love and who do respect. It might not be their club, but they do have love and they do have brothers. It's a universal, worldwide thing. Again, so much love to everybody that I called off. I don't think I forgot anybody, but if I did, trust. My boy Barbecue, pound for pound. Love you. If I did, again, I apologize. There's a lot going on. I got a lot of video footage to load up. Actually, I'm going to drop the Arizona DVD, volume 1, 2, 3, and 4. I got so much footage of that. And then I'll be dropping all of my latest adventures and journeys from when I left Second to None, Freeport, Houston, pound for pound. I got hours and hours of footage, so I got to get everything edited and get everything to you. But I think we're going to drop the Arizona footage right off the rip. I'm going to get that together so I can start dropping that DVD. I'll be doing a snippet of that. But again, it's your boy, Big Cell FHOHNIC. I'm going to try to, a couple of people asked me to break this thing down and put it on YouTube for those who want to know. Okay, so ground pounding, let's recap. Ground pounding. To me, in my personal opinion, ground pounding is the prep, the ride, the prep, the trip, and the post. Also, the second part of that is it's not your club's responsibility. If you break down away from home, I don't care how many miles you are, if you break down away from home, it is not your club's responsibility to get you home, get your bike fixed, etc. And the third part of that is this. It is your brother's responsibility to get you home, to get your bike fixed and all of that. But your brother does not mean the club that you ride with or the club that you're in. Because all of those people are not your brother. They don't have an understanding. A lot of people are in your club because they're just in the club. Okay? You got club members and you got club brothers. Meditate on that. And last but not least, if you really, really want to know how strong your club is or how strong your brotherhood is, break down out yonder somewhere and you'll find out. It's your boy, Big Cell FHOHNIC. I've said my piece. I'm home, getting ready for the next trip. Oh, it don't stop. It don't stop. But it's your boy, Big Cell FHOHNIC. Love y'all. And again, thanks for following the page. Peace.